All right. We are live. Excellent. Excellent. All right. I don't know how long this one will be, but what an interesting RF boxing TV. Really hope Povetkin wins. Yeah, we gotta get into that, man. We gotta get into that. Hold on one sec. So we the fight is upon us very soon. We have the weigh-in, I think, today. Obviously, the time difference is a few more hours. But what can we take? We can take that both guys are past the COVID tests. Both guys look to be, excuse me, both guys look to be in tremendous shape. Dillian looks in really good shape. He looks in really good shape. I think a good weight for him to come in at will be 240 something. I feel like anything that's above 255, he's going to be too slow. But you can tell Dillian's very toned and he's very fit looking. His legs look like it. Even yesterday at the press conference, he just looks a bit more sleek and toned. He looks strong still though. So yeah, and wow, I really want to talk about Povetkin's open workout because he looked really fast and sharp. Like, I'm not buying this thing of he's old and he's run down. I think he's really he's got it, man. He's still got it. Not like how he did back in maybe 2014 or 2015 or 2016, but he is very competent, 100%. He is in the top 15 easily. So top 10 probably as well. So he looks so sharp. The way he's throwing his uppercuts and hooks and his shape and his movement with his upper body, I think he looks tremendous. He looks really good. Obviously, after the weigh-in today, Whyte's going to be hold on a sec, guys. All right. What would you say here? Well, then Wilder can laugh at him the same way Dillian was laughing after the Fury loss. Yeah, pretty much. But I don't think he'll pay attention to that. He doesn't care. He's focusing on the Fury fight, so there's nothing really much for him to go on about that because he's got to focus on that Fury fight. So, yeah, I mean, what can I say? Povetkin looks really good, and they cut the cameras off, or they turned them around, and you could hear Povetkin in the background. They said he was moving his feet really fast, and he was really being able to just move in and out on the pad. So I feel like he has something in store for Dillian. But in saying that, I'm pretty sure Dillian has something in store for him as well, because I think Xavier Miller's done a good job at just getting Whyte to work on his punch selection. Boxing Master said, "Salute, watcher. Are we going to have another friendly debate?" I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are, my friend. So please enlighten me. Anyway, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the open workout, but with Povetkin, because Dillian's is tonight. I think it's about 2 a.m. in the morning there. Let's just check. It's 2 a.m. in the morning there. So 1 p.m. is a weigh-in, and then I think 9 p.m. Dillian works out, and then the fight is going to be then. So the time difference. Lol, my bad. All right. So it's parkour. Okay. Oh yeah, now that makes sense. Oh, he made a new channel. Okay, cool. So yeah, Povetkin looks really sharp. Like the way he's throwing. The size difference between the two isn't much. So, Dillian is 6'4", Povetkin 6'2", but they look the same height pretty much. I think Dillian's got the longer arms, but you know, for me, it's Povetkin's just got to get on the inside, and I really do think he'll win. I think Povetkin will win. I think he has the shots and his movement and his skill set. I got Whyte by stoppage in the late rounds. I don't think he'll be able to stop him in the late rounds. Because if you don't get him out early, then you won't really get him out late. Because he's that tough and rugged. You know? I think Whyte is focused for this fight, but Whyte just needs to jab and he needs to keep it long. And he's gotta stay tight and he's gotta not jab down. He's gotta kind of lower himself like Joshua did a bit and then shoot the jabs through. I do think Povetkin will hurt Dillian Whyte at least. I think he will because the thing with me is Povetkin's the more explosive out of the two. And early doors, I think if Povetkin wins like the first 5 rounds, he'll probably win the fight because the rest of the fight, he can get rounds in between, even if he scores a knockdown. I feel like he'll work the body in the first few and use his jab to keep him at bay. I think he will. I think he'll do that. I think his team, have the 1-2 down the middle, the double jab and the right hand, but Povetkin's got really tricky movement. I was watching Joshua Povetkin the other day, and the way that he enters in on Joshua is really slick. Like, he's doing these feints, and then he's doing these, like, little movements with his shoulder and his upper body, and boom, he's coming in, and he's trying to, hit Joshua with those hooks and overhands. And Dillian's just not good at defending those. And, like, a guy like Rivas isn't as defensively sound or as good with his punch selection as Povetkin. So I have it 55-45 Povetkin. If Dillian is going to knock out Povetkin or stop him, it has to be to the body, or it's going to be a left hook right on the edge of the chin, because if he hits him anywhere else, I think it's just he'll be able to take it because he takes a good headshot. I'll give Povetkin. It doesn't have to land like the hook doesn't have to land as clean as it always does, because he hits that hard. Povetkin is a hard hitter, so yeah, I was watching the press conferences last night, and I'm looking forward to Alan Babbage versus Shondell Winters. That's going to be a good one. And I'm looking forward to which other one? I'm looking forward to all of them. All of them are great. It's a great card. I love it. All right, good. If you guys got questions, feel free to put them down as well. I think a knockdown is very likely for Povetkin. I feel like Whyte is too slow. I do think with the shedding the weight, I think that will be better for Dillian. He'll have more snap and pop in his punches. But Povetkin looks so quickly, and he wasn't even like going 100% there in training because they turned the cameras around and then he started to go hard. So for me, it's just, I think Povetkin, I really think he's going to do it. But if I'm wrong, I'm going to put my hand up and say I was wrong, because Dillian can win, But if Dillian tries to brawl, he'll get knocked out because he's not as sharp, and he's not good in the pocket like that with someone like Povetkin, Because if you look at Dillian's last fights, he hasn't really, like with Whack, that was, a rough tune-up, so just a quick short notice fight, so that didn't really take much. But with Rivas, Whyte likes it when you just stand there and you put your hands up and you take the punches. Povetkin doesn't really do that. Povetkin's not a guy that's just going to stand and take the punches from you. He's always going to catch it on the gloves, the forearm. He's going to slip under. He's going to step out the way. He's going to hold and clinch. Rivas is not as experienced. I think Povetkin has so much more than Rivas. Whyte's chin is questionable. I'm not super confident for Whyte. I think he's going to lose. But he looks. Whyte looks really relaxed. He looks much better mentally from his last 2 to 3 fights. He looks happy. He looks comfortable. So, if he wins, I'm going to give him all the credit because this is a credible win for Whyte. People want to go on about Povetkin's age. I think it's a really credible win for Whyte. It's not one that where it's a case of, it's a tune-up. It doesn't matter. It's not tune-up at all. It's a hard fight. But yeah, I think Povetkin, from what I've seen. We'll see Whyte in training. Look, you can't take everything away from training, like on the Sky broadcast, but I mean, for Dillian, I want to see his speed. I want to see him shadow box a bit. I reckon that, I think that will be a real eye-opener. Just seeing him shadow box and seeing how he is able to plant with his punches, just throw and throw hard as well. So we'll see, man. I mean, I can't wait for the fight. I can't wait for the undercard fights as well. The undercard fight should be really good. Young Merv the Cup, man. Salute, man. Good to see you. Salute. Who you got winning this weekend, Young Merv? You got Whyte or have you got Povetkin? Because I got Povetkin. I'm going to bring some footage up, I think. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that. I just think Povetkin takes a good shot. I don't think Whyte should throw uppercuts because if you throw the uppercut, he doesn't keep his he throws the uppercut and he drops his left hand. So either the right hook will get through or the left hook will get through for Povetkin. He's so good at punching in between, and that's a real weakness Dillian has. He punches, and then once something comes back, Whyte could possibly knock Povetkin out with the right hand behind the ear. Whyte's got a solid right hand. He said they all worry about the left hand. He said in an IFL TV interview, he said they all worry about the left hand, but they don't look out for this, which is the right hand. But Whyte's got good power in his right hand, but he doesn't have knockout power in his right hand. It's enough to stun you a little bit. Povetkin, but if Dillian is in shape, it will be good. Yeah, it will be a great fight. Because Dillian's got everything to lose, and with Povetkin, it's like if you lose, you either retire or you just get a gimme fight and then you retire on that, or you win and you get the freaking world title shot, or if Dillian loses, it's bad. But it's good. Dillian is in shape. I think 240 he'll come in at. Do you think it could lead to Joshua versus Povetkin to Povetkin? No, it won't. It won't. I wonder if the boxing world will kind of manifest that to happen. Like it won't. I think maybe it could lead to Wilder versus Povetkin if Wilder gets past Fury. But everyone is talking about Fury vacating this and that. It's just a mess. Like I'm not really interested in the whole politics of it. I want the fights. And this weekend, this is an important fight. If Povetkin wins, he will sit on that position. But if it's a good fight and Povetkin wins, they're gonna probably want a rematch. To get that for the get back. But they won't give it. They won't give it for him. So yeah. I think Dillian's just got to really time him with the jab and the left hook because Dillian has a 70 actually, I think he's got a 78 inch reach, but I swear I saw 79. Let me just bring this up. Like I said though, if White wins, I'm gonna give him all the credit. It's probably his best win. Which big heavyweight fight do you think they'll make after White Povetkin? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you because we don't know what's happening. I think I think Wilder versus White is a more realistic one. So Dillian's reach is 78 and he's 6'4". Let's see this. Povetkin. You guys should check out the live workout he did. Oh, 75. Okay. Because I'm like, damn. So 76, 77. Yeah, it's 3-inch reach advantage for or sorry, let me see White's. Yeah. It's a no, it's a 3-inch reach advantage, so I mean, looking at them side by side, it is. Yeah, he's got like double the frick. He's got way more rounds. He's got 255. He's got 155. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. The three big fights are Wilder versus Fury, 3 Chisora versus Usyk, and AJ Pulev. AJ Pulev's not a big fight, and to be honest, Chisora Usyk's not that big globally. That's big in the UK, and that's it. But Wilder versus Fury is big. But I think AJ will get past Pulev, and then I'm gonna guess Chisora gets past Usyk, and then I want Wilder to get past Fury. So I think Joshua versus Wilder won't get made because that's just how it's always crumbled. And then we're probably gonna get Wilder versus we're gonna oh okay. Yeah, now I know what you mean. Yeah, I think we're gonna get Wilder versus Whyte. That's just my prediction though. But it's interesting. I mean, what has to be said is that this is such a big fight this weekend in terms of what's at stake. You got the mandatory position, you got the interim belt, and you got the diamond belt. That's a big deal. So Povetkin seems focused, man. He seems focused. It's going to be hard for Dillian. It's going to be hard for him to to get comfortable because he got comfortable with Rivas very early, even though Rivas started pretty hard and fast. Not with because Rivas. I'm looking at the footage here, and from what I see, he had his hands down a lot. He was easily able to counter Rivas, and Rivas looked very tired in that fight. Like he looked gassed. He came in a bit too heavy with that muscle. He allowed Dillian to hit him. And Dillian doesn't exactly keep his hands up too much. Like that left hand is low a lot. I think it's the right hand. If he gets that right hand off, it will be better. I can't screen share this because they're just going to freaking copyright. Block it. But that double jab for me, I don't think it's going to work. But for me, Dillian looked a bit comfortable in that Rivas fight because Rivas, he gave him a lot to work with. You gave him a lot to work with in that fight. Let me see what else. Okay. Yeah, I do hope Peveka wins because Whyte's just been talking shit. But again, I still like Dillian. Just, dude, it's the talk before. That's what kills it. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why people though are saying that. I don't know. I don't think Dillian can hurt Povetkin with the right hand. Povetkin's a bigger guy than Rivas, and he's taller. It's going to be the left hook, or you just got to outbox him and go, because they talk about the body work, but I don't know if Povetkin's going to give him that chance because he's so in and out with his movement, and he likes to cram his opposition. So, I mean, we'll see, man. You know, I'm just watching the final round of Whyte versus Rivas, and I had Rivas winning this round as well. But the footwork of Dillian, that's also going to be a thing. He has pretty bad footwork. Sometimes his body can't handle. It feels like his upper body and his legs don't work very well. He's good at turning when he throws power punches, but he doesn't close the distance a great deal too well. I don't feel like Dillian's going to be able to land this jab at will. Because you got to understand, look at the fight with Rivas, and that to me is his best win. Rivas, you know. But he is in shape now. I keep forgetting my BoxRec password. It's crazy. But I just do look at this fight, and if Dillian can use speed, I think he'll win. You know, a bit of awkwardness, a few feints, because he did box well from long range, but you know, man, this ref was terrible though. I don't feel like Dillian is. If it's a hellacious pace, I don't think Dillian will keep it because, you know, he risk lowering his hands when he's tired? Because Dillian's not really a guy that keeps his hands up a whole great deal, and his high guard isn't the best. I feel like he should use a cross arm guard like Foreman, because I've seen Dillian use it and he's really good at it. I don't feel like the high guard will work. I feel like Dillian leans a lot with his punches as well. He's flat footed. This is the thing I'm saying. So Povetkin just can't stay on the straight line, and he can't go back in the straight line, and he's got to tuck his elbows a bit more, you know. But Dillian did box well in this fight. But I'm just saying, a guy like Povetkin, because he did move he did move like Rivas working the body really well there, but he did move pretty well on the ropes. But he's just not that kind of fighter, you know, especially at this stage of his career. Let me just see that again. How do you block that? I want to see how he blocked that punch. I've seen a lot of good defense in terms of parrying from Whyte, but in terms of the high guard, no, I don't think so. I partially agree with what you say with Povetkin winning, but I just think it'll be too tough for him. You got to look at how he is. He looks really good. If Whyte walks into Povetkin's right hand like Hughie Fury did, it will be in Povetkin's favor. And Hughie Fury's got better defense than Whyte. Much more slick, much more defensive, better footwork. So, I mean, we'll see, you know. No, it was a jab that landed. People go on about like Povetkin's going to fade in the later rounds, but I mean, he looked like he had energy in the Hunter fight, and Hunter's just a little more quicker than Whyte as well. You know, if he curls up like that, um, against Povetkin, I think Povetkin's just going to find it really easy to hit him. It's for me, the fight will be dictated on positioning. So if Whyte's on the ropes, he won't be able to really do much. He is dangerous off the ropes, but he won't be able to do much. I feel like if he's in the center of the ring, I feel like the guy that's going to be walking forward is Povetkin. And Povetkin is much better going forward. That's funny at the end. Jesus. What a mess that fight was. I don't know. I think Whyte's defense is okay. It's not. He doesn't have much head movement. He's good at catching punches on the gloves. His blocking is pretty bad though. I'm looking forward to seeing how Dillian Whyte reacts in defeat. I mean, we've seen it already with Joshua. He just said he got caught. I mean, he took that loss okay, but this one's going to be different. I don't want to hear Deontay Wilder in this conversation in terms of Dillian Whyte and Povetkin because we don't know what's happening with Deontay Wilder. We don't know. He is in training camp. I can tell you that. Deontay Wilder is now in training camp. He got in training camp. When did he get in training camp? He got 11, 12, 13, 11 days ago. He got in training camp about 10, 11 days ago. So, yeah, should be interesting. He keeps his arms up at times, but sometimes the guy can still punch through them. Sometimes, yeah. Well, the whole point of a high guard is to make sure the punches do not get through. Arthur Abraham, Winky Wright, Joshua Cloddy, those are guys that implemented that type of defense really effectively. Even, Mayweather did it pretty well. So, you know. Yeah. It's crazy, man. People lying on Deontay. I can't wait for the fight, man. I can't wait for the other fights as well. The other fights should be really good. That Shondell Winters fight with Alan Babbage, that one for me, I like that one. Because they're having a real go last night, that's for sure. I just think, I don't know what the heck's going to happen in this fight, but I do think Povetkin will win. Because I thought Whyte would win against Rivas. Now with this one, I thought Hunter would beat Povetkin. I was wrong. So, man, I don't know. It's a really interesting fight. It's such an interesting fight, you know. I'm just really interested in how Povetkin's going to look because I look at Whyte's fights. I don't think Povetkin's that stupid enough to come in a straight line with his hands down and get caught with one of Dillian's hooks, like how Parker did. I don't think he's stupid enough to exchange left hooks while keeping his chin too high and his hand down and being off balance like how Chisora got knocked out. I don't think he'll be positioned like how Brown was. I don't think he's going to accept punishment like how, what was his name? I forgot the guy's name. The guy that he fought in America on the top rank card. That one. Who else? I'm trying to think. Who else did? Parker, Rivas. Yeah, I don't think Povetkin's just going to high guard and tuck himself in and accept punishment. Because when Povetkin's tired, he'll either move around the ring and give you something to watch out for in the meantime, or he'll just hold you and clinch because that's his experience and he knows what to do, you know? So I'm just like, can Whyte get him out of there? Because the only way I really see him is if Povetkin just slips up because he's got better defense than Whyte. He can parry better. He's got better head movement. He's got better footwork. He's got his body defense. I don't really see much, but he will tuck his elbows and kind of just step out of the way of that side to side movement. So defensively, Povetkin is better, but Whyte's got to either keep it long or he's got to cram Povetkin and hit the body, because there's no real point in Povetkin just waiting for rounds. He's got to start strong early. And win those first 5 rounds and maybe take a break between the middle. And then for the last 3 rounds or 2 rounds, not that. not that long, but maybe take round 6, 7 off, and then start your way into winning again. You know, just so you don't, because people talk about his stamina. It really isn't that bad. The pace is slower at heavyweights. You know, and Povetkin looked good in that Joshua fight and that Hunter fight. He got a second wind. You know, when Povetkin comes in, it's usually with that Tua Tyson type of head movement. Yeah, sometimes he'll come in with that head movement when he does that lunging left hook, but his footwork and his distance and his range, it's already there. So um, he's able to essentially get in without getting caught. Because even in the Klitschko fight, he did well there. It was a real valiant effort, you know. You know, he wasn't completely outclassed. He just got outboxed, you know. That's the way I see it. Povetkin's just a really good fighter. And, you know, I feel like I'm just watching Klitschko and Povetkin now. And this was what, back in 2013, you know, Klitschko did way too much holding in this fight. But Povetkin's just not easy to hit. He got hit there with the jab, you know. Povetkin just can't really. Oh, he got knocked down. No, that was a slip. Yeah. I would love to commentate on this fight, but dude, it's too early in the morning. I'm just gonna. He's kind of underrated as a technical guy. He's really good, man. He's really good. You know, he is underrated because all these Dillian Whyte fans, they just want Dillian to win. They're like, oh, Whyte in round 7, Whyte in round 6. Like, you think Dillian Whyte's not capable of ending the fight early? Because he can, but he's not going to, because if he decides to try and do that, Povetkin's going to knock him out cold, because Povetkin's just good with that overhand right. He's very sneaky with it. It's hard to read. You know, Anthony Joshua's got much better defense than Dillian Whyte. You know, better blocking, better, you know, footwork management, you know, better just stiff arming, you know, and just stepping out the way with his footwork. And if Povetkin can get off like that against Joshua, dude, like, let me show you something that can. I'll show you a video, right? Oh, I forgot when it was. No, I won't use this one. It was when Povetkin, he like threw. They both threw right hands, Joshua and Povetkin. They both threw right hands, and Joshua missed, and Povetkin landed. And it was like the way Povetkin managed to get him. He throws a good straight right to the body as well. You know, Joshua's just much better defensively, and Povetkin was just able to, like, even here, right? Like, watch this. Okay. Now, everyone goes on about Dillian's left hook, right? Let me show you this in the screen, okay? This is a part. Oh, let me see. His problem and Thurman's problem is the same, even though they are totally different fighters. Not effective enough with the jab. Povetkin had his moments in the AJ fight. He did. No, the thing with Povetkin is he's just got to jab a little more, because you are fighting the bigger man. But his movement into punches is so damn good that he doesn't almost need to use the jab, because he does throw jabs. If he throws jabs, he usually throws, if he hits the glove, and then he'll come over the top with something. But let me show you this, right? If Dillian is going to get Povetkin, he needs to get him in a situation like this, right? He needs to get him in a situation like this, where, let me just see that right hand I'm talking about, all right? And that didn't land clean. Let me just see, though. So if Povetkin's on the inside with Dillian Whyte here, okay, Dillian's going to want to come over the top or under with the hook, right? And you're going to see it here. So Joshua throws the body shot and Povetkin's hands are low. So then Joshua's going to throw the left hook. And now his feet aren't the best here. His foot should probably be planted around here so he can then pivot and get him there, right? But you look at Povetkin. What's he do straight away when he gets in a bad position, right? Watch. He's tried the overhand. He's missed the hook. Joshua's countered to the body. What's he do? He rolls. Only issue is Joshua, his timing. He's brought the right hand back and he's gonna go for the hook, right? Damn, I gotta come back to this. Right? So he's in bad position. So what's Povetkin do after this? He gets hit to the body and he ducks lower, right? He ducks lower. Right? And that hook just hits the side of the head. So what Povetkin's just going to do is make sure he's not upright because the Dillian's going to come back, boom, there with the hook, right? And that landed on the temple and he took it. Yeah, let me go back to that again. All he's going to do is keep this right hand up or come out in that position, just duck low, right? But as you can see, he's pretty low here, so it's going to be hard to hit him on the chin. And Whyte's the taller man, so he's probably not going to be able to get the leverage there. Yeah? So that's just a little mini breakdown there. I'll try to look through more footage of the fight. Let me just see. He throws a good right hand to the body as well. You know? And look here as well, right? On the inside. Right? Let me just read the comments for a sec. He's a good catch and shoot guy, so Dillian can't over jab. As in, like, Dillian can't consistently jab young Merv? Is that what you mean? So when the fight is out in the open, he can't just jab. Like Larry Holmes, jab, double jab, triple jab, jab to the body, jab again, jab upstairs. Is that what you mean? Young Merv? Like he can't... Oh, you mean over jab in terms of extend. Yeah, that's already established. I mean, when Dillian fights taller guys, he actually has better jabs. Yeah, overextend, that's it. He has better jabs. When he fights taller guys, he does this thing that he's been doing since 2015. He hasn't fixed it. Let's see if he's fixed it for this fight, but he jabs. And every time he double jabs, the hand ends up at the hip. You can't do that with Povetkin because he's just going to shoot the right hand over the top. Like, Povetkin is an experienced guy. He's going to see this shit. He's going to see that stuff. But let me show you this as well, right? This is how good Povetkin's defense is here, right? Watch this. So Joshua ends up, right? I'm going to repeat this as well, okay? He's trying to come in on the inside here, okay? Now, at this point, I think Dillian probably wouldn't hold. He'd probably have thrown a hook to the body by now. But let's just see here, right? Joshua holds, and he hits him with the uppercut to the body. And Povetkin does a real good job here at just making sure Joshua doesn't get his left hook in. Watch. He tries to cram, uppercut, gets low, returns fire, and then we're out. Let's look at that again. Dillian's not a fast guy. He cannot do this sequence. Boom, boom. Joshua throws that uppercut left hook. That's his go-to combination. That is one of his best punches, right? And he could not catch Povetkin with really a clean shot in this sequence, right? They're in. He's holding him, so he's got more leverage. Uppercut hits the arm, and then Povetkin slips under. Boom, counter shot. And look at this footwork. He looks a little off balance here because it was an awkward exchange. But look at him here. He's here. He's here and slips, pivots, and throws. And for me, Dillian has not been in there with a guy that is that good at getting in, getting out, and rolling and throwing a shot after. Even Deontay had to improve on that because taller guys tend to reach when jabbing smaller guys. Yeah, you see when Deontay, he gets really low sometimes and he gets on the side like he did with Ortiz and a lot of other guys because he's making it easier for himself just to jab consistently, just to make sure he throws and he doesn't get countered. That's why you don't really see him get caught with silly shit because he's always in position and he's always keeping a good frame, a good shape. Interesting analysis. Yeah, I'll show you more from the fight. I'll see a bit more here. Right? Right, this one was from the first round, okay? We all remember this sequence here, okay? Right? Remember, Joshua's got his hands, right? And he's pretty tight here, but he's got his hands, right? He's got his hands nice and high. Okay, let me just show you here, okay? Watch this this is high level stuff right here. You know, you don't see a lot of guys doing this, especially in the heavyweight division. Look at Povetkin here. He tries to enter. He feints the right hand, left hook, uppercut, left hook. So he made Joshua essentially put his right hand up just to come through the middle again, add the hook there. And wobble AJ a little bit in that first round. Let me go again. The feint. Right? Dillian's going to have a real hard time reading Povetkin coming in. Watch this feint. You feint so the right hand goes up. That's what he wants. Through the middle, from under, where he can't see it. And again, Joshua saw absolutely none of that coming because Povetkin hid his work. He hid his work. This is coming. Wait, no, it's not. Boom, I'm going to hit you through the middle. I'm going to hit you from another angle. And then I'm going to hit you with my hook again. That's high level stuff there. You can't. This is stuff that you can't teach in like 6 months. He's been doing this forever. Dillian has good timing with that left hook, kind of like Danny Garcia, but it happens during a close range exchange where he can kind of duck his head and twist off the hook. I'm about to show you that young Merv. He does. He's not as sharp as a counter puncher, as what do you call it? As let me see this. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what you're talking about, young Merv, because it was the Chisora fight, but the Parker fight as well. Right? Let me just go to the bit where he knocked him out. No, really? They're not going to show the damn replay? Damn. Let me see. No, that's not it. Hopefully someone put a video up of the knockout, like from a different angle. Otherwise, I'll just bring a GIF up. Here we go. This is the one. All right. This is the one here. He has good timing on the back foot there, right? Like he did with Joshua as well. So if Povetkin hit AJ with the same shot Ruiz hit AJ with, which was behind the ear, Povetkin could have knocked Joshua out. Oh, it's a whole different array of things, man. You can't just... Oh, shit. You can't just... Watch this, all right? I don't want to get copyright strike either. That will be arse, right? Look at Dillian here, okay? Hold on, I'm sharing this. All right, cool. Because this is the thing everyone's on about, the left hook, okay? He gets hit there with an overhand right. Okay? Now, the issue here is this. You have your chin up. You have no hands up. You're square. And you're in a straight line. So if you get hit, you got to go to sleep, right? Watch. Hands are still not up. Right? Hands come up. But he tries to exchange. Look at the leverage he's getting. Now his chin is coming up, but his rotation through there is going to knock him out, because if he counters with this hook, he has nothing. He's just going to hit him in the face. Boom. And that's it. Now, this is where I say with Dillian can't exchange hooks with Povetkin, because Povetkin's going to do this. Watch. Right? The overhand lands still. Right? It landed there for Chisora. Right? Well, watch. Dillian doesn't keep his hands up enough either, right? He just got in a better position, and his hook was technically better here. But if you watch here, when they both throw, right, and Chisora, he stops. You can't stop when you're in this position with Whyte, because he's going to knock you out. He's going to finish the sequence, right? If you watch here, right, the right hand is here for Dillian. It is not near his chin at all. Boom. So he still gets hit, and he gets hit good, right? You can see the reaction, right? And that just tells you how much power Dillian's got. Like, if you look at his face, he felt that shot. But Chisora just got slept, man. He got slept because he got out of position. And what's Povetkin really good at doing? He's very good at maintaining his position. Yeah? Let's go to Povetkin versus Takam, right? This is another. So that same sequence, I hope you all saw that. That same sequence I just showed you guys, okay? That same sequence, we're going to put it to application here. Let me just see. This was against Carlos Takam as well. I'm going to find it. Here we go. Beauty. I found it. Excellent. I found it. I've been dying to show you this. Hold on. AJ kind of saw the Povetkin shot. Ruiz and Whyte caught him with shots he didn't really see. Yeah, but we're talking about like one punch just there. What he didn't see was those 3 shots at the end of that round. And he didn't actually hit AJ on the ear. He actually hit him right, like square in the face. Like Joshua saw it like a lot right at the last minute. But let me show you this. So I showed you that bit where Dillian, he got hit in the exchange with the hook, right? With someone throwing the hook at the same time, right? Now, Takam's pretty good with the left hook. Not as good as Dillian, but watch here, okay? Watch when they both throw the hook. Right? Throws the right hand. Right? Look at how Povetkin, how educated his defense is. Right? Right hand. Okay? The glove is up. So rather than getting hit, like how Dillian did, watch, I'll bring up the other fight. Hold on. Punch from the gods. Yeah, that was a big excuse. A real big excuse. Chisora versus Whyte. No, that's not it. This one. Oh, let me just find it. Hang on. All right, hold on. Is my analysis okay? I feel like I'm bringing up good points. I feel like this little stuff is really the decider of the fight. You know, like if you don't have good defense, you're getting knocked out. Okay, good. Let me just see this for a sec. This is the difference. This is the difference here in the level of defense between the two. Takam's hitting his glove, right? Because Povetkin has got better defense. Whereas Chizora's hitting him with his hand because Dillian doesn't have his hands up. You understand? Let's go back to it. Okay? We're here. Throws a little bait hook, the right hand. You see where it hits? It hits him on the glove because he's got his hand up. He's got a good shape. He's timed the counter well. Whereas here with Dillian, it's just a case of you're getting hit with a silly punch in an exchange that you got the better of, but not against the guy that throws left hooks as good as Povetkin. Because watch again. And this is just a little arm punch he's getting hit with, right? Hand isn't up. Whereas here, the hand is up. The hand is up. Watch. This is a vicious exchange, right? Hook, right hand. Takam wants more. But look. And look at the glove. It skims off. It skims off. Yeah? So, that, my friend, is crucial. This is crucial stuff. I think Young Merv is gone, Boxing Master. Young Merv, the cut man, I heard that Ruiz has somewhere around the same amount of knockout power that Wilder has. Who told you that? I don't know if that's true. Knockout ratio? I doubt it. I don't think that's true. I'm going to wrap this live stream up soon as well. Let me just see this. It's very interesting to get the perspective of other people as well. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up in a sec. So if you got any final questions, feel free to drop them below. I can't wait for the fight, man. I think Povetkin's going to do it. I think he's got it. You know, Whyte looks like he's in a really good place, but, you know, all of that, you know, it all happens in the ring. You know? Just that defensive difference and that fundamental difference, that for me, that will make the fight. In my honest opinion. So, all right, we'll wrap it up now. Thanks for the people that joined the live stream. Again, I wish I could do a commentary live, but dude, it's so early in the morning. So like, I'm just not going to be able to do it. So yeah. And again, hope everyone stays safe and peace.